Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy, when we left off, we had just finished working with Eomer here on Chapter 6. We had a lot of writing to do to try and find the tiny little concentration of warg riders and corruptors right over here around this little field. Out of all the soot crofts here, that was the only place we could find any. Frustrating little thing, but we got it done. And we have been tasked with Eomer to talk to and train a villager, a member of the militia, and a snowborn veteran to see what we can do about getting them prepared for the upcoming battle if the Reeve here does not listen to reason and evacuate his people across the Entway. So we are going to go looking for several. We know there is a villager right over here. I was at the bank right down the street. There is a bank and some crafters and all, so I was right over there talking to them. Let's see if we can.
I will do my best.
I have never so much as held a blade before, but I will do my best. Fight the Snoreborn villager until he desists. This shouldn't take long. Am I doing this right? I give up. You have achieved victory and the villager has improved a great deal. Okay. That seems to work okay. So he's improved a good deal. So we have finished with the villager. Now let's see if we can wander around, find a member of the militia, and a snowborn veteran. So let's see, there's a ring over there. And it looks like it's moving. Yes, indeed. There's a member of the militia. Let's talk to him.
Perhaps I will surprise you.
I have received some training in the martial arts, but I've not seen real battle. Perhaps I will surprise you with my natural ability? You haven't seen a real baddie either, I'm afraid. She would scare the heck out of you. Right, let's see. I am ready for you. I yield. You have achieved victory and the member of the militia has improved somewhat. Ooh, we took him down a long ways. Okay, so that's the militia member. Now, if we can find a veteran. Looks like we're doing this in the actual order of difficulty, it would seem like. The veteran should be a lot better. Either that or he'll take one look at us, go, I yield, and have the sense to just say, oh, this is a fight that we are way outclassed in. That would be the mark of a true veteran. Knows when to pick his battles and knows when not to pick his battles. It's a nice town. I really do like it. I like the Rohan area. I don't particularly care for all the horse riding at all. Now that's a little bit of a non sequitur there, but I don't particularly like the horse riding and the battles we have to do on horseback. But I do like the town itself. I do like Rohan architecture. We've got some more rings up here. Let's see if perhaps next to another bank. We didn't go to this bank last time. Are you a veteran? Are we seeing a veteran up here? Yes, we are. A snowborn veteran. Okay, veteran. So what you have to say.
Let us see what you can do.
Unlike my neighbors, I've seen battle on the fields of Rohan. I am ready to fight to defend my home. Let us see what you can do, Gnarlo. Sure. Ooh, you got the good point there. You are a veteran and that you attack right away. But we can try and stun you right back. Yes, I am cheating a bit because I am using the Matham armor. That's something you veterans down here don't have very much access to, I'm afraid. I yield, I yield. Where did you learn to fight like this? You have achieved victory, and the veteran has improved slightly. Okay, as expected. We talked about that in an actual... Brocraft. Last Brocraft adventure. Where we discussed the fact that games like EverQuest have a much more realistic viewpoint. Talk to Huorn and talk to Corudan. Ah, there's Huorn. Where's Corudan? You're over there. What, you're all not speaking to each other now? Are y'all having a lover's tiff? Is that what's going on? That games like EverQuest and all that have actual realistic crafting type situation, and that you're not always going to get, especially when you're really, really powerful, when you're up around 150, 160th level in your skill, you're not going to get all that learn that many new things and level it on up there. It's going to take you a while. It's going to come, new lessons are going to come few and far between, and that's what we've just seen with the novice, the villager, and then the militia, and then the veteran here. Let's talk to Horn, shall we?
I saw Eomer emerging from his talk with Reed Fastry. He did not look happy.
I saw Eomer emerging from his talk with Reed Fastry. He did not look happy. I trained with some of the people of Snowborn as well. I hope for their sake that Fastrid listens to reason and moves them across the Intwash. Their skill with weaponry takes little time to discern and less time to overcome. Okay. Let's go over here and talk to Corudan. I would imagine as an elf you have even less of an opinion of their skills.
Few of the villagers would speak to me, and none wished to spar with me.
Few of the villagers would speak to me, and none wish to spar with me. I consider myself a hopeful elf, but... Corudan's raised eyebrow speaks volumes, but he finishes the thought anyway. Right now, this hopeful elf is hoping they flee before the orcs arrive. Either way, Snowborn will be empty. Better to be burned empty than filled with the bodies of the unfortunate. Talk with Eomer again. That we can do. He should be on up the road here. Oh, such lovely flowers. Really do enjoy them. That's one thing I want to do in Brocraft. I want to fill my empty fields with flowers and bushes and trees. I've gone quite a ways with the trees. Every time I get one of the short runty ones, you know, you got the oak trees in that game. You got the short little runty ones that look, you know, kind of like bushes here. And if you're lucky, it grows up into one of the big, beautiful ones that I just hate cutting down because they look so nice. So I am slowly filling my fields with the big, more complex trees that just look so pretty. Let's go and talk to Eomer again. Eomer, we don't have much hope for your people here.
Fastrid is a fool.
Fastrid is a fool, Gnarlo. I had planned to return to Edoras after this visit to Snowborn, but now the need to do so is even more urgent. We have to leave now.
We have to return to Edoras at once.
What did we level up on? Medium Blade of the Third Age. Chapter 8, Night Falls Meduseld. Ah, we're gonna ride to Edoras. Oh, lovely. We have to return to Edoras at once. I need to report to the king that Fastrid is refusing to move his people across the Intwash. We simply do not have the riders we would need to effectively defend them here. In West Rohan, we will have a better chance of protecting the people. Come with me to Edoras, Gnarlo. We will sort out this with my uncle Theoden. Talk to Eomer and Snowborn and ride to Edoras. Oh, so what do we get? We'll get the legendary. We'll get fused Kalinard weapons. King's Bannery accessory. Mount appearance not earned. Let fly the colors of Theoden King. Show your enemies whose land it is they threaten, and it assure them that's the last thing they ever learn. Nice. That's going to be a nice reward. Is this going to an instance?
We will consult with my uncle Theoden, and he will resolve this issue with Fastrid.
It is going to go into an instance. Well, it's been less than 10 minutes, so let's give it a try. Travel now. Nothing else. We're fairly sure of it being daytime. And we'll see Edoras, which is the introductory film at the beginning, the low 20-minute title screen. That's the ride up to Edoras. So we'll finally get there after all these
My
episodes.
uncle Theoden will listen to me and put right the situation with Reeve Frustrated. He is still king in Rohan.
After all these episodes here in Volume 3. Are we here already? Are we here at Meduseld? You're not going to make us ride here. Oh. We're not going to ride. Oh, that's just scummy. We should have at least rode here. Where are we at? We're here? Back out to the Kingstead. Where were we? We were in the west. Were we in the Eastfold? Beacon Watch Fen March? No, we were in the Westfold, weren't we? Steep? No. Ah, there's the Entwade. There's the Entwade. To East Rohan. That's what I was trying to get, East Rohan. So instead of riding from the Soot Crofts and riding all the way over here and getting to see the ride up to Edoras, we're just going to show up in Edoras. Alright, fine, whatever. All this time I'm trying to do my best to avoid riding at night and playing at night, and you're making me do it at night. Look there, Gnarlo. Behold the Golden Hall of Meduseld, seat of my uncle Theoden, the king of Rohan. We will speak with him and obtain a decree the Reeves will be unable to ignore. They must move their people across the Entwash, where we can better protect them. A decree by Theoden King will be more difficult for them to ignore, I deem. Eomer looks momentarily discomfited. I rode north with my Eored to hunt the orcs against my uncle's wishes. He may still be displeased, but we must hope that he will forgive the disobedience for the happy result, the death of the orcs. Walk with Eomer to the gates of Meduseld. Well, this way, my friends. We will speak with my uncle. This isn't walking. These are good men, trusted with the protection of King Theoden. I hope you are ready to climb, my friends. Lord Eomer, did you find the orcs you sought? Aye, and destroyed them all. Careful now. Something is not right, Gnarlo. So I was about to say, we know who's in there and who has the king's ear, don't we? I see the influence of Grima Wormtongue everywhere. We will set things right. Hama, I have come with these 3 companions to see my uncle. Talk to Hama. I am Hama, the Door Ward of Theoden. You have come to the Golden Hall of Meduseld in the presence of Eomer, nephew of the king, and you are as welcome here as he himself be, if he speaks well of you. Attain permission to enter the Golden Hall of Meduseld. Eomer, these are unusual companions you bring to Edoras. These are unusual times, Hama. Some would say they require more friends rather than fewer. That is not what Grima would say. I say that is further proof of its wisdom, then. Grima's words are nothing to me. Will you let us in to see my uncle? You know who I am, Hama. Yes, Eomer, you and your friends may pass. I ask only that they leave their weapons outside. All right, talk to Horn in front of Meduseld. We can certainly do that. Horn. I will leave Nona's sword with Hama, for I trust the Door Ward of Theoden and know him to be an honorable man. He will see to it that the blade is returned to me after our audience. I do not like to be without it for even a moment, but I will do as Theoden King requires. Very good. Oh, if you want me to leave all my weapons laying on the ground over there, it's going to take a while, I'm afraid. I do not understand why I must leave my bow with this man, Gnarlo. Do they not trust my word as an elf? If I say I will do no harm to their king, no harm will come to him from my hand. It is not that I am offended. It is just that we went to some trouble to recover this bow the last time it left my possession, and I do not believe you could win a similar wager to get it back again. I will leave it here with this man, Hama. The Rohirrim seem so afraid of elves, I believe I could make a frightful face at one of them and cow him into returning my bow, if it comes to that. Emma? I am sorry you must be inconvenienced in this way, Gnarlo. Do not blame Hama for it. He is simply doing his duty. The safety of the king must come before all, and keeping the weapons of strangers outside the hall can help ensure it. It was never like this in the days of old, however. I sense the influence of Grima in this. Can you instance my weapons away from me, please? If you will leave your weapons outside this hall, I will bring you inside to see Theoden King. Yes, of course we will. Oh, quite the lovely hall. Now this is truly a grand meeting hall here. In fact, it looks a lot like the Fox Theater in Atlanta. That's about how ornate the Fox Theater is. It looks a lot like this. Let's speak to Hama here. Come with me. I will bring you before Theoden King. This way. I'm glad you didn't say walk, because you people have a strange definition of walking. Kingsguard, Gleowen, Eowyn, Grima Wormtongue. My king, I have always served you faithfully and well. Faithfully. It is my master Gleowen. He taught me the craft when I was young. What has he done? I have been your minstrel for many years. It has been my honor and privilege.
Enough of this, Lord. You are guilty of spreading lies and deceit throughout Edoras.
Theoden King, please listen to me. My minstrel, Gleowen. I would never speak against you, my king. I did not mean.
Gods, seize this man. Cast him from Edoras, never to return.
My king, please. Ooh, Grima. I know we don't get to kill you, but oh, it would have been so enjoyable if we had. I have seen enough, Gnarlo. It is as I feared when my uncle forbade me to pursue the orcs. His will is not his own. It is Grima's doing. Uncle!
Eomer!
I have returned from the hunt. The orcs are destroyed. Eomer, sister son.
You dare return here after flouting the king's command not to pursue the orcs.
The king's command, to my memory, it was your command, Grima Wormtongue. Your commands have the weight of a breeze in the grass to me.
I speak with the king's voice.
Grima, the orcs.
Uncle, you must not worry yourself so. See how you trouble the king. Your presence is painful to him.
Grima! Guards!
Eomer, stop!
Pah!
I will speak with Hama about this. Nephew of the king or not, you should have left your blade outside.
I know what it is you seek, Grima, for Rohan and for yourself. Well, you shall have none of it.
Take him to the dungeons. He is a danger to the king.
Eomer, be wise. Listen to me, all of you. Can you not see that Rohan has been left undefended? This man has done it. It will not be the last, Grima.
Bring Eomer to the dungeon and cast Gleowen from Edoras.
One day you will be cast out in disgrace, Wormtongue. I hope I am there to see it.
You there, hobbit, come to me.
Oh, I would spit on you right now if I could. I've already seen you in Saruman's employ, haven't I? Grima studies with piercing eyes, and you feel distinctly uncomfortable. How much knowledge of your imprisonment in Isengard does Saruman share with his nefarious agent? You learned in the caverns below Isengard that Grima is a pawn of Saruman. But does Grima know that you know it? Witness the will of Theoden.
Eomer is accompanied by the lowest sort of companions, Theoden King. And who else do I see with you? Has Stangard fallen? Have the Easterlings seized it? How else to explain why Horn has come before the king?
Easterlings, grave threat. Theoden King, the men of Stangard still stand strong. But your land is beset by dangers. You must open your eyes and see.
Silence! You speak the same treasons as Gleowine, your master.
I speak the truth. Theoden King, you must release Eomer. Rohan needs him.
Eomer, my king, you know not to set any hope upon Eomer. Have you forgotten the curse of Wirgendi? It claimed the life of your son, and it will claim Eomer's life as well.
Theodred.
It is the order of the king that this rabble be cast into the dungeon alongside Eomer. Grima, have mercy! The crime is that of Gleowin, not that of my brother. Yes, Lady Eowyn, you speak with wisdom that befits your beauty. The three of you are banished from Edoras. You are forbidden to again cross the Entwade and must remain east of the river. If you disobey this command, you will suffer the penalty of death. Be thankful for the mercy of Theoden, King of Rohan.
Completed. Night falls on Mediceld. Talk to Horn by the Entwade. That we would do. As I've said before, I'm gonna like watching you fall. Grima stares at you with piercing eyes.
You were fortunate, Gnarlo, he says, the shadow of a half-smile creasing his lips. That will not happen again.
In the Golden Hall of Meduseld, we beheld what I have long feared. Theoden King has fallen under the sway of his chief counselor, Grima Wormtongue, who speaks with Saruman's voice. Rohan is imperiled.
It's like we're ending a book here. On to the next one. Awesome, awesome. So now we speak to Horn across the Entwade here. And yes, before y'all ask, I do remember I've still got a travelogue to do. It won't be in this episode, but it will be in the next one. We'll go to it and do it first.
That was not a good result, was it?
No, it wasn't, Corudan. No, it wasn't.
This is terrible. It is as I feared.
This is terrible, Gnarlo. It is as I feared when I sang the song that resulted in my banishment to Stangard. The king is truly under the power of a malevolent force. Grima Wormtongue, not Theoden, rules in Rohan, and now Eomer's captive in Edoras.
I do not know what we can do.
Book 9, Chapter 9, The Dividing Line. I do not know what we can do, Gnarlo. Eomer is imprisoned. We cannot cross the Entwash. The people of the Sootcrofts are in grave danger from the fervor of their reeve, and I thought Nona would have returned by now. Horn looks downcast. I am fortunate the king did not comment on my return from Stangard, or I would be in the dungeon alongside Eomer, or worse. We have failed in everything, Gnarlo. I swore to stand by you once I was cast from Stangard, but everything I've tried to do has ended in failure or disappointment. I am sorry. Talk to Humbald at the Entwade Crossing in the Sootcrofts. Shall I do that? Chapter 9, The Dividing Line. Ooh, chapter 11. Or book 11. Too great to need. Not there
By
yet.
order of Theoden King, you three are to stay on this side of the Entwash.
If this command of the king changes, I will be informed by Raven, I do not doubt. But until then, you stay there, and I will stay here. Oh, great, so we got a good chunk of Rohan closed off to us. Talk to Corudan at the Entwash crossing in Sootcrofts. Well, that isn't very far to go.
Why is Horn so upset? Have we not done what we set out to do?
What have you got to say? Check your little blurb.
Does Corudan have any ideas?
So that's what it does encourage me to talk to him.
Why is Horn so upset? Have we not done what we set out to do?
We tracked our mutual friends across the East Emnet and only gave up the chase when we were assured of their safety. We did much good in Rohan. That is more than can be said for some of the Aldors and Thanes and Reeves we have encountered. We will see what the future brings us, will we not? He smiles at you. Think of Rudhruf, Gnarlo, Balbark the Ent. Finding one of the tree herders still alive in Fangorn was not even a glimmer of a hope in my mind when you, Horn, Nona, and I began our journey down the Anduin. But that was such a happy discovery, all the more because it was unexpected. Perhaps Nona will come back to us when she has divined her inmost mind. Theoden may come to his senses and release Eomer. We may find our paths crossing once again with those of Gandalf, or with that of Aragorn, son of Arathorn. Tomorrow will be less bleak. We will face it together, will we not? Give Horn these words and tell him that if Corudan the elf can see hope for the future, surely Horn, the man of Rohan, can find some small measure of light on which to rest his thoughts. You should have heard him. He's standing right there!
What would Corudan be saying today if we had not run into that Ent?
You relay Corudan's words to Horn, and his gloomy expression gradually softens. What would Corudan be saying today if we had not run into that Ent, Gnarlo? You are both right, my friend. Tomorrow will be brighter. There's no sense in mulling on the past and worrying for the future. We would take one day after another as the sun rises and then sets, and await the dawn with hope. We must do what we can for the people of the East Rohan. We will help them prepare their defenses. We will help them fight what battles we can, and we must help them rebuild if the battles go ill. Who stands between the people of Rohan and their enemies? Horn grips the hilt of his sword with resolve and sets his shoulders. We do. We must not fail them. We will not fail them. Our work here is just beginning, Gnarlo. If on the morrow we need to cross the Entwade for the good of Rohan and for the risk of our own lives, we will. But today we will do what we can for the people on this side of the line. May fortune smile on Corudan, and on you, and on me, and on Nona, wherever she may be. Good fortune and victory. All right, a medium bridle of the Second Age. Ooh, that will outdo our medium bridle of the Third Age, won't it? Let us finish now. Nice. Is that us leveling up? It is indeed. Welcome to level 84. Fantastic. All right. And we're beginning Book 10, Chapter 1, Exiles. We will put our exile from Edoras to good use, Gnarlo, if we strive to improve the lot of the needful folk on this side of the Entwash. Then at least some good will come from Theoden King's command that we not return to the Golden Hall. I confess, I cannot find a positive light in which to cast Eomer's imprisonment by his uncle, or the sending away of my mentor Gleawine. We must find hope when we may, I suppose. We should ride against the mounted minions of Saruman in the Sootcrofts. Let us bring peace to the people of East Rohan, for that be where the king commands us to stay. Defeat Saruman's mounted minions in the Sootcrofts. And we'll get sealed bridle setting of savvy, clout, or aggression. Fantastic. And that is where we are going to leave off, folks, at the beginning of Book 10, Chapter 1 here. I am going to share smoke with Corudan and Horn here, and enjoy our exile here on the shores of the Entwade, under the watchful eye of Humbald. I would suppose that means we can't cross through the streams here either. It looks like the bridge is the only way we are going to get across there, I would imagine. Alright, folks, thank y'all for coming along. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. It was not the ride into Edoras that we were expecting, but it was nice to see some old faces there, perhaps, anyway. We will see y'all next time. Thanks for coming along. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.